What's up, guys? Hey, far be it for me to do this too much, and I feel a little bit bad about engaging this kind of criticism for a product, but there are a couple things I got to say about this one, all right? So this came up on a forum post just the other day. It's probably been about a week or so by the time you watch this. This is Baseball Classics, which is actually a game I haven't played. And there were people who were asking about the pricing of this game, right? So first of all, if you talk about a good web presence, this is probably it, right? With tons and tons of graphics. The cards look very good. They look very detailed. There are cards that are double-sided, cards that are just single-sided. I'm not certain that I understand the difference between the premium and standard edition of this game. There's also some sort of web game, though it doesn't look like there's a full amount of past teams to choose from. There's a lot of controversy about this game. So the creator of this game went on to Tabletop Sports once back in 2005. In fact, I will post a link down below if you want to read that forum post, because I have found it, and was going on and on and on about how wonderful his game was, and how realistic it was and all this other stuff, and wound up getting in a arguing match with a number of people who noted that one of the sample cards, two of them actually, were not actually calculated correctly. They're correct that those sample cards were not calculated correctly. It's pretty obvious from the thread. It's not obvious to me what version of the game that is and exactly how this is supposed to work, though, and what it was intended to be. None of that was ever really made clear. That's not really what this video is about, right? I don't have this game. I'll put it on my list of games to play in the future, though I do so with some hesitation, and you'll see the reason why here in a second. So what we want to do is see what it would cost to buy the game, right? So we go all the way over here, and okay, shop our games. We're going to shop your games. There's all this stuff about a Prime membership or a so-called cloud membership, which is very expensive, right? We'll get into that in a second. Let's say all we want to do is just buy the game, because most people who play these games just want to get the game, right? So what do we have to do? What do I click on? Okay, well, I probably click on standard edition, right? Oh, but no, that doesn't take me anywhere. That just takes me to this ad. So that will show me the full screen ad, which looks pretty poor, honestly. Very confusing. It doesn't tell me a whole lot of information about what it is that I'm looking for. We can build a game with the team that you want, or we could get a box game. We can also get ballpark information. So we'll go take a look at non-member box games here. Standard edition starts at $177 for a box game. What comes with the box game? You can choose. You can have the MLB season from 2022. You can have an all-time greats league or an all-time old-timers league. Right. This is the part where I'm like, okay, so, how exactly does this work? Yes, it's one of three, and each of them will cost $177. Oh, you have to get one of these two to get the full game. And then you can also add on this one as well, the old-time great teams if you want. So basically, you're looking at a game that's going to cost you $180, which to my knowledge is not only the most expensive game in the hobby currently, but it's most expensive by a factor of like 3. You can go over here to build a game if you want for something theoretically more cheaper, a little bit cheaper. But, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. I'm not a member. I'm a non-member, right? So we can go over here and pick up build a game. This is where you have the option to do a print and play for $6 a team. Now, the way that you add an order for specific teams is you don't get to go choose like I want teams from this season. Instead, you go over here and you say I'm going to pay $6 for 16 teams. Let's say you want to play 1908, right? And then you would write down in the order every single one of the 1908 teams wherever it allows you to do that. Last time I looked at this, there was a place where you could do that. Apparently not anymore. So, I mean, if you know where to do that, let me know. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to order it, right? But yeah. This is pretty crazy. Oh no, this changes it to 17. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this order form. You tell me. This is not very well designed. Oh, here it is. It's way up here. This is where you write in those names of those teams, and so this has to match the thing that you put into this field. Wouldn't it be easier to have, like, I don't know, selection between different seasons or just American League or National League teams, or even have a list of teams and you can just select them? I mean, to expect your customers to write this in here correctly and to click on this correctly and to know that this adds 1 and that, unclicking it adds nothing and stuff. I mean, so am I supposed to go click on here for 1 and then click down for 15, right? Oh no, that will change this only to 15. We have to actually click on 16. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just, yeah, this is pretty frustrating. One thing that's nice is that you can click here and you can download the most recent version of the game itself, including the instruction cards and the full instructions, which is actually pretty nice. I kind of like the fact that this is something that you can do. I'll save that on here along with all of my other stuff. It's kind of cool that you can do that, right? And I wish that more games would have their instructions available like this for free, because then we can look into it and see exactly how it works. In that thread that I'm going to link to, there was a big question about exactly how this game works. And at least now you can read through it and you can see it, you know. So, I mean, I don't know about the accuracy claims. I don't know if it's actually accurate or not. But my question here is, I mean, is this a little bit overkill? You're talking about printing it yourself and you're paying $100 for the game. If you want to ship to you, you have $8 per team, and you also need to have the boxed game for $47, right? So here we have 16 teams at $127.84 plus $47 is $174. That's for 16 teams, right? If you want a 26-team season, like the ones I remember when I was a kid, is $254. That's the cheap version, right? And it gets only more expensive when we're doing the premium edition, which is crazy. That is a crazy amount of money to pay. And that doesn't count the MLB real-time ballparks, which I'm not sure what this does. This is probably borrowed from another game, I'm guessing. I don't know. It looks interesting, right? It also looks like it's way too deep down in the weeds, considering what I know about what ballpark factors actually exist. And there also appears to be a limited selection of ballparks. Oh, no, you can buy old-time MLB ballpark collections that come in packs of 10. And just looking at this, Olympic Stadium and the Polo Grounds were never ballparks at the same time. Six Stadium only existed for 1 year. The reason why I say that is because for you to do an actual replay of an old-time season using ballparks, you have to get all 5 of these collections, right? I mean, oh, and look here, they have it very conveniently listed out for you so that you can get all 5 of them for another $197. You see what I'm saying, right? I mean, if you're trying to do like a normal replay with this using all of the options in the game, you're out $500. $500 for this game, right? I mean, I don't care how accurate it is. I've never heard of a game that costs this much money. You can do the web game on demand, but the game on demand does not necessarily have every season that you might want. Right? This, again, gets really confusing, and you get teams picked from different eras, sort of a random. I mean, the 1903 Boston Americans are nobody's example of a great team in the same league with the 39 Yankees. I mean, what is the rationale behind that, right? The 57 Braves and the 61 Yankees, you know, anyway, we could go through this. We could go through this and have all sorts of criticism if we want, but there's a lot of very, very interesting and I would say very, very odd decisions that are being made here. And the price is extraordinarily high, really, really high. Other interesting things to look at here, if you're really into this game, you can get a Prime membership. I know of one person, only one person on these forums who seems to be this into the game, right? This membership costs, I think it's $97 a year, if I remember right. So you get all this stuff, you get this, you get that, you get this, you get that. Yeah, $97 a year, which allows you 20% discount on anything that you bought. You're not going to save too much money because you're paying for it with $97 a year. That's quite expensive. And plus you get this web play thing of MLB Greats. Meh. You get the old-time MLB Greats web play game. I mean, maybe it's fun, maybe it's not. I don't know. You get a free game board, but you don't get, you don't get those park factors, which is what you really want. You get their ebook and you get their other ebook, neither of which look that valuable to me. And it's only $97 a year. Now, the one that really blows me away is this one that I saw here today. For a limited time, you can get a lifetime membership, which gives you every single thing that they have for free. And this will cost you the low, low price of $365. Instead of paying $365 a year, I think I clicked on the wrong thing here. Let's go back and check this again. Cloud membership is what we want. Let's see here. It was telling me earlier on today that this was $365 a year. No, now it's telling me $97. So don't ask me what's going on here. Yeah, that's kind of strange. $97 a year. That's odd. So apparently it's not giving me the option to have a lifetime cloud membership, but it's supposed to be $365 a year. I know because I clicked on this earlier. I mean, you tell me, right? I understand that it costs money to print the game. I know that it's hard to do this stuff. I feel bad. I haven't played the game. I don't want to like dump too much criticism on them. But I mean, realistically speaking, if you're trying to play this game with all the options, you can't get in for under $500 because of the crazy price of the ballparks alone, right? I don't know. Tell me what you think. This looks like it's extraordinarily expensive for me. And I mean, I don't even know where to start about the accuracy concerns, but you can read that thread and let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.